joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Good afternoon, my beautiful brothers and sisters connecting from all over Mother Earth on this Casa Day, May Day. Joining with the high vibration of the portal of the Casa de Dom Ignacio, the House of Love, where the medicine is love, in the heart of Brazil. Another magnificent day, this gift from God. Intermittent sunshine here with clouds of all shapes and sizes, some fluffy white and others with a promise of rain, perhaps the last rain of the season, the Florida Chuva, the rain of the flowers. There's so many beautiful wildflowers of all colours and fragrances in the valley here, and of course beautiful big blue butterflies, reminding us of our transformation and that all things change and all things are impermanent. A good reminder in these difficult times. There's birds serenading us day and night, and of course creation is so alive and vibrant. And we are in gratitude to God for one more day on earth to learn the lessons we have come here to learn in these enduring times. Try to be as comfortable as you possibly can, whether lying down or sitting upright, with our heads elevated just a little, so this energy can flow fluidly, freely and easily through each and every one of us, like a river, a current of love and light. Don't cross your body in any way, and be open to receive. All we need is to have this intention in our hearts to do the best work we possibly can, working in a state of surrender and grace, letting go more and more and more of anything and everything that no longer serves us. If we remember to put a glass of water beside you, water is life. It's the food of the soul, and at the end of the work we drink this water, nourishing us, mind, body and spirit. We have so much help from beyond the veil. There's so many entities, so many elevated spirits, ascended masters, the God consciousness available to us 24/7. Today, the 15th of May, is the feast day of St Dympna, not a very well known Irish saint, but certainly always working with us, and is a beautiful high vibration. St Dympna is the patron of runaways, survivors of incest and sexual assault, depression, anxiety, mental illness, nervous disorders, a protector from obsessions, a demon slayer, and also the patron of psychologists, psychiatrists and neurologists. So really a very, very prevalent saint to invoke in these difficult times. St Dympna was born in Ireland at the end of the 6th century. Her father was a pagan king of Ireland, and her mother was a devoted Christian who had spent her entire life to the upbringing of her beloved only daughter. She died when Dymphna was only 14 years old, and at this age Dymphna had consecrated herself to Christ and took a vow of chastity. Her father searched the Western world for a woman to replace his wife, but none could. And on returning home, he saw that his daughter was as beautiful as her mother, and he made advances to her. To preserve her virtue, Dymphna fled overseas to Belgium with a St Geranippus, an elderly priest and family friend. She ended up in Geel. The Irish king pursued her and eventually found her whereabouts. Again, Dymphna refused to accept her father's proposal. The king, maddened by rage, killed Geranippus and after beheaded his daughter, Dymphna. Both martyrs were buried in Geel, in Belgium. And even though Dymphna lived in human form in the 6th century, she's a very modern saint with her pilgrimage now to Geel. It's a model town for treatment of psychiatric illness. And when the sanatorium became too small to house all the pilgrims coming from all over Europe seeking help for mental anxiety, the local people in pure Christian charity took people in need, in care, into their homes. They were never called patients, they were called boarders, and they very much became a part of the host family. And to this day, the people in Geel open their hearts to people who are in mental anguish and give them jobs and bring them into their homes. It's world renowned and is a unique system in home family-based nursing, which has a high success rate. And it's an alternative model for the institution of the mentally ill, reminding us of charitable rehabilitation and that anything is possible to God. And in these challenging times, we reach out to St Dympna to help to alleviate all of the suffering, particularly of the mind, in this mental anguish that many people are feeling on earth. Never underestimate the power of prayer. Prayer is the oxygen of the soul. Prayer nourishes the soul just as food nourishes the body. By praying, we learn to pray. Why worry when you can pray? Worrying is useless. Worrying takes away our peace. Worrying is only praying for what you don't want. So let's change this vibration right here, right now, in this moment. when we have so many entities available to us, whatever vibration resonates with you, asking the God of our lives, the God consciousness, sacred trinity of innumerable names, to help us all, carnate and disincarnate, on our healing journey back home into the light, out of separation into oneness. One heart, one soul, one light, one love. As we say the prayer of Caritas, divine love. Love is all there is. Love never ends. And we are love and we are light. That is all. Our very essence is love light. Let us offer this almighty vibration upwards towards the heavens, asking God Almighty to somehow alleviate the suffering of humanity, helping us, all children of God, to find the peace and the harmony and the tranquility and the love and the forgiveness and the joy and the gratitude deep, deep within us. And it is within all of us. We are divine beings. As we walk this hard, difficult path on earth, knowing that we are safe in the arms of our Creator. O Father, Mother, God, Sacred Trinity of innumerable names, provide strength to those who are experiencing pain and anguish. Give light to those who seek the truth. Fill the human heart with compassion and love. God, give the traveller the star that guides. Solace to those in pain, and rest to the sick and weary. Father, give the guilty repentance, the Spirit the truth. Give the child guidance, the orphan a parent. Lord, let your goodness encompass everything that you have created. Clemency, my God, to those who do not know you. Hope to those who are in pain. Let your will allow the consoling spirits to spread peace, hope, and faith everywhere. God, may a single ray of light, a spark of your divine love, blaze this earth. Let us drink from the fountain of that infinite and fruitful goodness, and all tears will be dried, and all pain lessened. A single heart, a single thought will rise to you like a cry of gratitude and love. Like Moses on the mountain, we await you with open arms. O Almighty, O greatness, all powerful, all beauty, all perfection. And we wish in some way to receive your mercy. God, grant us the power to help progress, that we may rise up to you. Give us pure love. Give us faith and reason. Give us humility and simplicity that will make our hearts and our souls the mirror on which your divine image reflects. And so be it. Amen. still and know that I am God. This meditation is all-inclusive. As you heard the dogs there joining in the Gregorian chant. All of creation is resonating with us. And God speaks vibration. God speaks to us always and in all ways. We don't know by what methods rare, but this we know: God answers prayer. God is not a religion. God is a relationship. When we pray, we are asking for help. We are opening up a dialogue, a relationship with our Creator. Help me is a prayer. Thank you is a prayer. Silence is a prayer. Sometimes the best form of prayer is when we have run out of things to say and we are simply silent in front of our Creator. God is always listening to us and answering our prayers in different ways. We don't get what we want, we get what we need. Some of our biggest blessings are unanswered prayers. God knows best. God did not bring us this far to abandon us. We are the children of God. And we have so much help. God sends angels, entities, ascended masters, saints, holy beings of all creeds, colours, belief systems. The love of God is all around us. Just look at creation. Our very breath is God-given. Let us rejoice as one family in this gift of life we have been given. We are never given anything we cannot handle. We have so much help available to us. Just reach out and ask God, whoever or whatever you perceive God to be, Sacred Trinity of innumerable names, to help us all incarnate and disincarnate on our healing journey back home into the celestial fields. Today is the second day of the novena of Saint Rita of Cassia. A novena is 9 days of prayer, culminating in the day of liberation of a particular saint in the Christian tradition. Next Friday we honour Saint Rita, the 22nd of May. She is with us every step of this journey. It was to Saint Rita who appeared to Medium Joao many years ago on a beautiful white cloud. instructing him of his mission. Known as the saint of the impossible, to God all things are possible. We are greatly held in the love of Saint Rita. She too suffered spousal abuse. Legend has it that Rita would regularly bring food to the poor, which her husband prohibited her from doing. One day, her husband confronted her as she was leaving to bring bread to the poor. The bread was concealed in Rita's robes. When she uncovered the bread as her husband demanded, the bread became roses, and Rita was spared her husband's wrath. Saint Rita manifests to us often as the smell of roses. Let us pray to our dear Saint Rita. Saint Rita, your life on earth was one of the many difficulties and severe temptations. It would have been an impossible life to live. But the grace of God sustained you. I now ask you to obtain for me the gift of always seeking the grace of God through all of the hardships that I am experiencing on earth, and that I may be ever mindful of God's promise to help me, and that in temptation my prayer may be, Lord, save me. Amen. Difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations. There's no part of the human condition that doesn't involve some kind of suffering. The wounds are where the light gets in. We are equipped with everything we need and more to walk this path of the light. We were made for these times. Meditation, introspection, going within, the journey of the heart, and prayer are our tools. Prayer has a supernatural grandeur which expands the soul and unites it with God. Why worry when you can pray? Worry is a conversation you have with yourself about things you cannot change. Prayer is a conversation you have with God about things God can change. When you get what you want, that's God's direction. When you don't get what you want, that's God's protection. Ask and you will receive. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. When you ask, you indeed receive. When you seek, you indeed find. And when you knock, the door is always open. I asked for strength, and God gave me difficulties to make me strong. I asked for wisdom, and God gave me problems to solve. I asked for prosperity, and God gave me brain and brawn to work. I asked for courage, and God gave me danger to overcome. I asked for love, and God gave me troubled people to help. I asked for favors, and God gave me opportunities. I didn't receive everything I wanted. I received everything I needed. As you give, so it will be given you. In these solemn moments now, we are open to receive. After giving of our positive, loving energies, thank you so much. This is beautiful work. The rewards are infinite and immeasurable. We are now receiving a deep, deep, deep cleansing from these beautiful entities of light and love. As we surrender all of our problems, our anxieties, our fears, our pain, our grudges, our resentments, our anger, all of our issues over to our Creator, the Architect of the cosmos, transmuting all of this denser energy into divine light as we become lighter, happier, healthier, stronger, more peace and harmony with all of creation, of which each and every one of us is an integral part of. If you'd like to visualize a waterfall, like the waterfall here at the Casa, or any place of sacred running water that you know, with all the gifts of Mother Nature, big blue butterflies helping us with our transformation, strong green oak trees cleansing our oxygen, birds of paradise serenading us in a divine orchestra, carpets of magnificent, colourful, fragrant flowers being kissed by beigiflora and hummingbirds, brilliant sunshine and crystal clear waters. Let's all go to this beautiful place together. Bring your family and friends with you, and bring those you need to forgive and those who need to forgive you. This is a time of truth, surrender and forgiveness, of letting go of anything and everything that's stopping us, holding us back from becoming the beautiful light beings that we truly are, our very essence. And let's bring medium Joao into this high vibration. And anyone and everyone who has suffered or is suffering on behalf of the problems at the Casa. And not forgetting our brothers and sisters without their physical bodies, who need to be liberated into the light, extending this beautiful cleansing, healing to them, energy to them also. Every being deserves to be healed, whether we have a body or not. And as we receive this gorgeous high vibration on high, pouring into our open hearts, let's share this bounty with every body on earth, allowing it to pour forth into all hospitals, helping our angel doctors and nurses, healthcare professionals, and anyone and everyone who's caring in these difficult times. Pouring forth into hospices, nursing homes, helping our elders, into asylums, prisons, orphanages, anywhere and everywhere on planet Earth where our brothers and sisters are suffering, or in pain, or are hungry. Allowing this beautiful energy to pour forth into the war zones, bringing peace and harmony in our lifetime, remembering our beautiful Saint Rita. To God all things are possible. Gushing forth into the migrant camps, helping to liberate our brothers and sisters. We're all the same, all part of the same shining web, brothers and sisters in the light, children of God. Allowing this God light to pour forth into the consciousness of our government leaders. We need them now more than ever to make good decisions about our future and the future of all of our children going forth, future generations, putting people before profit. allowing this pristine, crystal clear energy to gush forth into our ecosystems, regenerating, nourishing, cleansing and healing. Already, Mother Earth is recovering. Hallelujah. Praise God. Enveloping Gaia, cleansing and healing all beings, carnate and disincarnate, as it gushes forth into infinity. And God is now giving us rain here in Abidjan, nourishing Mother Earth, helping us with this deep, deep cleansing work. Miracles abound. And in these beautiful, precious moments now, when our hearts are filled with God's love, pouring from on high, showering us with blessings and helping us, protecting us, loving us along the paths. A beautiful aroma of fallen rain here enveloping Abhijanya with the promise of a rainbow. This beautiful gift from God, who looks after all of his children, never abandoning us, with us all the way. Thank you, God Almighty, for giving us this gift of life, to help us to evolve spiritually, and this separation from you in the physical form, the hope that we will one day all be united together beyond the veil, out of separation into oneness. Thank you to these magnificent entities of light and love who never leave our side, who are walking the path with us, supporting us and loving us. They too had bodies once or twice, so they know all about the human condition, they know all about us. Let's just reach out to them and ask them for help. Today, St Dympna is available to us for all nervous disorders and anxieties that we are feeling. This is a very uncertain time on earth, and she certainly can help us. And our beloved Saint Rita, reminding us always that to God all things are possible. And our brother Jesus and Mary, their sacred hearts are pouring out to us, helping us every step of the way. And to you, my beautiful brothers and sisters, for your willingness to love and to serve in all things for the greater glory of God. Your faith will heal you and your family and your friends and all of our brothers and sisters in the dark. Christian charity and your love and your light are shining brightly and changing the world forever for the better. Congratulations. As you give, so it will be given you. Do all the good you can, by all the means you can, in all the ways you can, in all the places you can, to all the people you can, as long as you ever can. Love, loving, love. Namaste.